Hey, welcome back, Knife Nerds and Everyday Carry People. It's your boy, the Big Connector, and we've got the old Friday wrap. Oh, just coming at you a little bit late. Apologize here. The week has been a challenging week. Had some issues with the internet. It's amazing when your internet is down. I mean, I'm an old guy. I'm 50 years old. I just turned 50, and man, oh man, when my internet's down, my whole world comes to a grinding halt. I mean, man, when I was a kid, there was no internet. First of all, there was no smartphones. Your phone was on the wall, and it had this round dial, and it had a cord. And if you want to talk to your chick for a long time, you had to stand at the wall. And believe me, you may not know, but I did have lots of standing around in the wall talking to chicks on the phone. And anyway. So that was gone. I had some dental work done this week. So yesterday was a total bust. I thought, yeah, I'll get home and from the dentist. I had a dentist appointment in the morning, and I'll finish off because I still have to finish off my folding knife series. I got to talk about the blade steel. I'm all set up to do that, but man, oh man, got home from the dentist yesterday. My mouth was frozen, and I was talking like this, and it was awful, awful. So I pretty much just did nothing yesterday. But so thank you so much for your guys' patience. That is coming. It'll be probably coming next week. Let's do a quick joke here right away. Man sitting in the doctor's office, and he asked the doctor, "Doctor, how long do I have left to live?" And the doctor says, "Well, you've got Mercury in your anus." And the guy says, "Whoa, hang on, doctor. I don't believe in astrology." The doctor says, "Neither do I. My thermometer broke." All right, so that's my joke. All right, so yesterday, after the whole dentist thing, my mouth was finished getting frozen. We ended up going to have some dinner for my son-in-law, Mike. It was his birthday, and you know what? Happy birthday, Mike. Great. Couldn't ask for a nicer son-in-law. He's a real good guy. Looks after my daughter really well. Or my daughter, and he allows. I don't get to say allows, but my daughter runs his show, and that's what you want. So it's his birthday. We went out to his mother's house and had a dinner. It was fantastic. It was Sheila and Justin, and he got his present already. But while I was there, I ended up getting this from Sheila and Justin, and it is a custom-made fixed blade. Looks like just a nice little everyday carry knife, made by a fella out in Pincher Creek, Alberta. I'm not sure if you can see his. Here is his logo right here. It's actually Broken Arrow Forges. He's on Instagram. Search, Broken Arrow, Pincher Creek. And I have not met the fella yet. I just got the knife yesterday. I guess there's a sheath in the making too as well for this. And I was absolutely tickled pink. Thank you so much, Sheila and Justin, for a wonderful birthday present. So I guess this fella here, a lot of things that he does is the knives that he makes is he repurposes old pieces of metal. And this actually came from one half of Farrier's nippers. Now I guess they're kind of like a little nipper pair of pliers to trim hooves of horses and cows and stuff like that, and so this is one handle, and you can tell by, I guess, the handle is on a Farrier's nipper. It's designed to kind of cup your hand like this, and it just happens to make a really excellent knife handle. And so these are also the bolsters here. The handle is made out of elk horn. And I'm not sure if you can see, but he's got some little tiny mosaic pins in there. Come on, focus there. They're actually little bear paws. And so this is a completely mirror polished knife. I'm going to say the blade length is probably about, I'm going to say 2 inches. It's just a perfect EDC fixed blade. And I haven't EDC'd a fixed blade knife in my collection yet. I have some fixed blade knives, and I do carry a fixed blade knife when I'm out camping and stuff like that. But most of the time, I'm carrying a folding knife for fixed blade, and it happened to be in the pocket today is the Marcin Sleece Swayback, and I apologize. I have a whole video where I was calling him Martine. It's actually Marcin, so Marcin, Sleesh. And this has been finding its way in my pocket more and more. It's an excellent, excellent knife. It's got the CTS XHP blade on it, so it holds the edge for a really, really long time. It's supposed to be a stainless steel, but it's almost like it's developing a little bit of a patina on here. It's kind of weird, but I love this knife. I absolutely love this knife, and it's such a damn lightsaber. So anyway, don't forget to check out Broken Arrow Forges too as well. So if you're looking for a fixed blade knife, he is in Pincher Creek, Alberta. I haven't had a chance to meet the gentleman, but I certainly would like to take a little tour of his forge and stuff like that. And I think that's what I'm going to end up probably doing, is doing a little bit of a road trip once I get feeling a little bit better. I'm kind of off the cast, but still feeling quite a bit of pain. Gonna probably see if I can maybe cut the lawn a little bit today, and if I do, it's gonna be 4 or 5 hours of pain. But it's got to get done. It's got to get done. But seems like this fella is really, really talented. It's a great little fixed blade knife, and I can't thank you enough, Justin and Sheila. All right, so we're gonna put that down, and there is a sheath. So once the sheath gets here, I will show you guys the knife in the sheath too as well. I just want a quick shout out to Gregor. I have a son named Gregor too as well, but my wife is out currently floating. I guess that's a thing here in the Old Man River in Lethbridge. It's a really slow, lazy river. It's kind of a floaty thing, and so they're floating today. And there is a young lad. His name is Gregor, and he got himself a Victorinox. Looked like it was maybe not a Trekker, just a handy little Victorinox knife. His mother got him for fishing, and he did not know what the little notch on his can opener was. And I told him, hey, it's a little wire bender. And I showed him how it works, and I took the knife and I showed him every little piece and how it worked. And he's going to subscribe. So I also thought I'd give him a little bit of a shout out. He said he'd be really excited to have somebody mention him on the internet. He's got his face in his phone all the time. So, okay, one other thing here that I managed to pick up that hopefully I can get to use. Now, being an old 50-year-old guy, and this being an Everyday Carry channel, I'm going to be, I continue to talk about the knives and stuff like that, but I also think I would like to bring to this channel a little bit of things that are more, some electronics and stuff too as well, because we carry those all the time. And I think being a 50-year-old guy, I'm nowhere near as I used to be good at electronics and figuring them out and how they work and stuff like that. But I managed to get by. But I have lots of friends who have got no idea what this is or what that is, or, as far as electronic wise. So if I can help somebody out there, I'm going to definitely do that for sure. And I'll probably expand that a little bit too as well to my channel. I ended up getting a DJI Osmo 3 gimbal. So it is a fantastic little setup here that you fold it out, and you actually, put your gimbal on your iPhone on here to do your recording, and it steadies everything out. It's got some software that it can lock onto my face, and it can follow me around the room, because especially being a YouTuber by yourself, I don't always have the ability to get a cameraman or somebody to straighten out my camera just like that. And so if I'm going to be shooting some stuff, I definitely want to expand this more than just the talking hands videos or the sitting here doing my wrap up. I want to get active and be showing you a whole lot more things around my community and products too as well. If I can go out and take, Patrick Anderson sent me some SE knives that are absolutely gorgeous rig. Thank you again, Patrick, or Neo. He wants to be known as Neo from now on because I called him Mr. Anderson. So, anyway, so I want to be able to take that out to the bush. Build maybe an overnight camp. Camp out overnight, get the fire going, stuff like that. Some bush crafting skills, and with something like this, I think it'll be way more handy to set this on a tripod, set it up where it follows me, and it's actually it'll move around just like you actually had a cameraman. And there are limitations, but let's find out what they are together. Once I get to know this, I'll definitely be doing a review on this particular item here, the DJI Osmo 3 camera gimbal. So that is coming up in the future too as well. Really, really enjoy that. I can hardly wait to get going on that. And yes, so look forward next week. Apologize this week. I kind of, with the internet being out and the dentist and stuff like that, I didn't get a chance to do my next installment of my folding knife video, but that is coming up. I've got some stuff printed off for the steel. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you guys like what you saw here, please give me a thumbs up as well as subscribe. I appreciate it so much. I'm closing on 300 subscribers, and it's going to be fantastic. Now, my son out in Winnipeg is a Twitch guy. I guess he plays Super Smash Brothers. And he sent me a little bit of a chart to say that, look where I'm going to be, Dad. They have projected subscribers, and based upon what he's done over the last little bit on his Twitch stream and stuff like that. And within 6 months, he'll have 95,000 subscribers. And I'm like, holy cow. In 6 months, I hope to have 500 or 600 subscribers, and eventually to hit 1,000 and do a little monetizing so I can get this channel to pay for itself. But anyway, thank you so much for stopping by, enjoying my little bit of a ramble here on a Friday morning. Please, I am forgetting something, and I wish. Oh, yes, I know what I'm forgetting. I ended up getting myself a smoker, and thank you guys for some of the comments last week about the smoker. Turned out fantastic. I have a charbroil smoker on the small side. I got some instructions about wood and stuff like that. I ended up smoking a great big pork butt, and it turned out fantastic. And I started at about 6:30 in the morning, about 6 in the morning preparing it. I had it on the smoker by about 7, and I ended up pulling it off the smoker at 5. Actually, I pulled it off the smoker at about 3, and I put it on my barbecue because I ended up getting a barbecue thermometer that you stick inside the pork butt, and it reads what the internal temperature is. And I was told that you got to hit around 200 degrees, maybe just a smudge over 203 or so, and that gets you to the pulled pork where it's broken down all the collagen inside. And being a dumbass, my thermometer has got a sensor on it that I had absolutely no idea how to use. And so I have to, every 20 minutes I was getting up, walking outside, looking at the thermometer, just to, and it turns out, after doing that for 5 hours, 6 hours, that I could have used the sensor, plugged that into the thermometer, and taken the readout part into my house where my chair is, and I could have watched the temperature from where my chair is rather than walking out there. So, live and learn. Well, I had a sore foot that day because I had to walk outside a whole frickin' bunch of times, but it turned out all right. It turned out really, really good. I was worried that it wasn't going to hit the peak temperature, so I ended up putting it on the barbecue, and I did what's called a Texas crutch, which I basically wrapped it up in tin foil. I put it on my barbecue, and I put it on for about 350 for those last kind of 2 hours. So it had absorbed lots of smoke. The injector that I did, it was wonderful. It was just 2 parts apple juice, 1 part cider vinegar, and a few shakes of Worcestershire sauce. Turned into a great injectant. And I know that I guess you could just do straight apple juice, but I guess having the extra acidity in the apple vinegar, it helps break down the tissue a little bit, and it allows it to be pulled a little bit easier, is from what I've read. But thank you so much. It did turn in fantastic. Had a great smoke ring. I'm going to go out there, and with my little charbroil, I had a hard time keeping that top temperature going. I had to build 2 chimneys. The first chimney lasted till about noon, and then I did a second chimney around noon and with coals and put it in the box. And I'm sure it would have needed a third one to finish it off. It probably would have been done at around 7. So it's 12, would have been about a 12-hour smoke in that charbroil. And that was a good, I want to say a 12-pound pork butt. Like it was a big one. And yeah, so it was fantastic. So I will shoot some video of that too as well the next time I do a smoke. And I'll use my gimbal. Yeah, so I don't want to rattle on, but thank you so much for that. Some of the advice that you guys have given me. Another thing that somebody said was to get some high temperature silicone and seal off all the little areas, because in order for your smoke to really infuse into your meat, there almost needs to be a little tiny bit of pressure. And if you've got your smoke leaking from everywhere, it doesn't infuse the meat as good as if it's more of a sealed unit. Plus, you can control your temperature a little bit better. But you know what? I digress, and I'm going on and going rambling a little bit. Sorry about that. But it turned out fantastic. It was absolutely great. The family loved the pulled pork. My wife, even on her diet, she ate a schwackload of the pulled pork. And my son-in-law, my son, and my granddaughter, that was the main thing. My squeaker loved it. But, all right, so thank you so much for stopping by. Please give me the thumbs up if you like it, and give me the subscription. Make sure you stay safe out there. Listen to the experts. Keep your stick on the ice, the shiny side up. This is the Big Conductor saying adios.